Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Rando Geek. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about Motorola. Looks like they have some great deals going on right now. The deals are coming directly from Motorola's website, motorola.com/US. I will link this for you down below in the description, just so you can quickly get to it if you like. I do want to let you know that I am not affiliated with Motorola in any way. I will not receive any commission. I am not paid in any way sponsored by Motorola at all. I'm literally a consumer that enjoys great value and appreciates a good offer when I see one. For those of you that are watching me on a regular basis, you know by now that if I see a good deal, I like to share it. I like to talk about it. And I'm not being paid or sponsored by any of these companies that I talk about. With that being said, we're going to take a look at the deals that are going on right now. I believe this is Motorola's Valentine's Day special that they have going on. And they've basically marked down some competitive prices on all their devices pretty much. So I figured, I'm sure there's a lot of consumers out there that want to get their hands on a cheap Motorola device, either for themselves or for someone else. One of the things that I do like about Motorola is they are competitively priced and they do have some great specs for the everyday consumer. If you're someone that wants a close to flagship feel, wants connectivity to pretty much all networks, LTE bands, 5G bands, Motorola is one of the few devices that will give you access to all networks unlocked, where you can test pretty much every network that you enjoy without having to break the bank. And that's one of the things that I really like about this phone, or these phones, should I say. I just got my Moto G Stylus 5G unlocked, which you can see they have right here. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see, but you'll see there is a deal here. Moto G Stylus 5G, $150 off. So the big deal on that. I got mine from Metro, it unlocked, and I'm using Visible Plus on it, getting ultra wideband access. And let me tell you, it's off the hook. And for me, I didn't even pay for that phone. So if you guys want a deal on a Moto G Stylus 5G, check out Metro. If you're willing to sign up for a plan, you can have that phone, wait 6 months, and it will be unlocked for you. So again, just throwing the deals out there. We're talking about a deal here, but if you don't want to pay anything for that phone, it is free from Metro by T-Mobile right now. So I definitely want to help you guys out and save the most amount of money I can. But again, it all matters on what your time frame is. If you're not willing to wait the 6 months, which can be annoying, I'll be honest. I was eagerly waiting for the phone to unlock, and I had to wait. It's like prison time. You have to do your bid in order to get out and start over, right? So that's what happened there. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Shop Phones. So we can see here we have a whole bunch of phones here. I'm going to go ahead and just click straight on all smartphones. And here's the deals. So let me move this over so we can see more. So this is basically it. There's 3 in a row here. All right, so we have the Moto G Play 2024 Sapphire Blue. Now, I'm not going to click on every phone because we'd be here all day. But this is a great entry-level phone for someone that does not want all the bells and whistles. If you have a member of your family or someone that you know that is new to smartphones, maybe they're coming off of a flip phone, or they just want a good budget phone and they don't care about spending a lot of money. This is a good entry-level phone, $150, Moto G Play 2024 Sapphire Blue. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the specs here. So this is a 64 gig internal storage phone. It's unlocked, like I said, with all carriers. All right. This will be perfect for, an older person that just wants to make calls, send some text messages, check their emails. Maybe they do have some socials like Facebook or Instagram or even X, Twitter. They can do all that. You don't need a lot of storage to do that. You take a couple of pictures and you can store some of them here and you're good to go. You're not breaking the bank. Reasonably priced phone for the specs that you get. Now we're going to jump right into the specs here. All right, so Qualcomm Snapdragon So right off the bat, we got a 6.5-inch screen, which is a very generous screen size. Competitively, when you stack it up to some of the more expensive brands, such as a Pixel, a Pixel, what is the Pixel 8 right now? What's the screen size on it? I think it's like a 6.3 or 6.4. It's somewhere around there. So you're getting a huge screen size, 90 hertz refresh rate, which is very generous as well. Dolby Atmos, high-res audio. Okay. And you can see here, there's not a lot of bezel. So, I mean, there's a little bit of a chin here at the bottom. But again, this phone is $150. It's a 6.5-inch screen. You throw a case on it, you're not even going to you're not even going to notice it. So that's big phone. All right. What else we got here? There's the dual cam, 50 megapixel quad pixel camera. Looks like it's on Android 13 based off of the looks here, but we'll go ahead and read it. 5,000 milliamp battery, so big, nice big battery. All right. Nice big battery. I got to float the screen around. All right. Hopefully you're getting all this. All right. So nice and sleek. Smart and sleek. What else we got here? All right. So here's the full spec sheet here. So Android 13, like I figured, 64 gig internal storage. There's all your sensors, 4 gigs of RAM, which is more than sufficient for all your daily tasks. Unless you're doing some heavy gaming or you use multiple applications at once and you don't ever close them out, 4 gigs of RAM is honestly sufficient enough. They're saying that it is expandable up to 6 gigs of RAM with RAM boost, which is really cool. All right, so we got a Snapdragon 680 4G mobile platform. All right. And there we go. So I think the only thing here is that this is the non-5G version. This is the 4G LTE version. So that's what it looks like. And then we got, fingerprint sensor, face unlock. I mean, these are all good features. All right. We got a 15-watt device charging, battery life, good screen resolution. You got your headphone jack, 3.5 millimeter jack. Moto still adding these to these generously priced phones. And then what else we got? Dolby speakers. And then here's your bands. So, like I said, this one I believe is just LTE. But as you can see, all the good stuff. Band 71, 78, N41. All the goodies that you would need for good LTE. No NFC, which is a little bit of a drag. But otherwise, everything else is pretty decent. But again, non-4G version. Let's try to back this up a little bit, move it along. I believe there is a 5G version for the Moto G Play. I think there is. Could be wrong, though. But if not, there's still many of them. That was, by the way, the 2024 version. So that's the brand new Moto G Play. There's a 2023 version, which is only $100. All right. So what else we got here? We got the Moto G 2023 Eclipse Black. So I think this is the processor is different here. This is let's see, what do we got here? I'm just going to jump right. This is the MediaTek, right? Dimensity 7030. 5G, of course. Here's all your specs. Android 13, 256 gigabytes of storage on board. All right, 8 gigabytes of RAM. So powerhouse when it comes to the RAM. You got your proximity sensors, your on-screen fingerprint reader, face unlock, all that good stuff. 4,400 milliamp battery, 68-watt turbocharging. So that's why the battery is a little smaller, but it will charge snap quick. So, it's not going to matter. You'll be charged up real fast. 6.8 edgeless screen, full HD plus 24 times 1080, 402 ppi resolution pixels. So that's great. POLED, all that good stuff there. I think it's a heavy phone. USB-C, of course, for the charging port. 4K UHD, front video camera capture. All that good stuff there. Dual speakers. Believe it or not, they actually, I guess they took away the headphone jack on this one. And then, of course, this one has NFC, Bluetooth 5.2, all your 5G bands. All right. And then you have all your 4G bands as well. So lots of good stuff. There's all your compatible networks. So, you know, supports Visible, everything that's compatible with Visible, Ultra Mobile, all these other networks here, pretty much every single network. You know, they're saying that it's not supported with Boost. You know, that basically, that's really just, it's not compatible with eSIM on Boost. Like I said, my Moto G Stylus 5G is not compatible with Visible eSIM, but it does work with regular SIM. I have a regular physical SIM in there and it's working just fine. If you check Visible's website, it's not supposed to work with the phone at all, but it works very well. I'm picking up, like I said, the UW, UW icon is on all day, and it's picking up great signal. These phones are very well equipped to handle network compatibility. It's one of the biggest things with these phones is they're very good for getting you connected to these networks. They're not the highest specs ever. If you want to go and compare these phones to an S24 Ultra, it would be unfair to do so, especially at the price point. You can't expect a company like Motorola to give you an Ultra experience for $300. It's just like, that's outrageous, right? It would be nice, but we'd be living in a fantasy if we thought we could truly get that. So I think we have to be a little real with it. You know, I'm on board for that as well, but it's not going to happen. You would have to get some knockoff brand to get those types of specs, and you would never get updates. So one thing with the Motorola's is the updates. Updates are not going to come as quick because of Google. Google is just not going to allow Motorola to have, the same amount of priority to Android updates as they do. So if you're okay with that, then it's all good. Then Motorola, if you like the pricing and everything, you're good. So these are just some of the deals here, guys. I could make this video go on for an hour and we could go through all of these phones that are here. But I just want to I wanted to cover like a budget version. I want to go back to this phone because I might have overlooked something. I believe this was the 4G LTE version only. I might have been mistaken. No, I might not have. No, it is. Okay. Wasn't sure if I was overlooking that. So it's just LTE. So keep that in mind if you get the Moto G Play. Another great phone, the Moto G Stylus. I will show you. This is the one that I got free from Metro. The difference between the one that's being sold here for $250 versus the free version from Metro is, one, you have to wait the 6 months for it to unlock, and you will have to wait literally 6 months. They will not unlock it before then. In fact, I've discovered that it will take you 181 days because after they unlock it, you have to wait about 24 hours to it actually unlocks. So heads up to those of you that have this phone and you're waiting, 181 days is when it'll be unlocked for you. All right, so that's a little secret for you. You will have to contact customer support to get them to unlock it. Takes a minute, but it will not show unlocked until the next day. So it's the next day after whenever you call in. So if you call, say, 10 a.m., it'll unlock the next day around that time. So it's like 24 hours, pretty much. So the big difference is the free version is 128 gigabytes of storage, as where if you purchase it from Moto, you get to 256 in storage. Of course, it's unlocked from Moto, so you can get going with any carrier immediately. But other than that, if you're cool with waiting, you can get it free from Metro. You just got to wait the 180 days. So this phone here, 6.6 inch screen, 120 hertz refresh rate, full HD plus display, better sound, right? So then you have your 5,000 milliamp battery, up to 20-watt charging. You have up to 2 terabytes of micro SD storage, 6 gigs of RAM, or your proximity sensors, etc. Fingerprint reader, face unlock, which is very snappy. The face unlock is super quick. Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 processor, Android 13. I believe it's going to be upgradable to Android 14, I'm hearing. But like I said, these updates will be slow. So not much of a huge difference between 13 and 14. Anyway, just a couple of small features. Again, if you're someone that doesn't like to spend a lot of money and you just want a good phone that's compatible with pretty much every network, and you want some good features, you want a nice big phone, this is a good value. This is a good value. Even at the $250, if you pay the $250, it's still a great value. Even better value if you get it for free, of course, right? But you have to wait. You have to be patient for it to unlock. If you're good with using it with Metro, if you want it to be your Metro phone, then there's no pressure. You can just use it for Metro. So there's a headphone jack, 2 colors, Cosmic Black or Rose Champagne, 50 megapixel camera, full HD, 30 frames per second front camera, 2 microphones, Google Assistant, all that good stuff. And then there's all your networks. So as you can see, bands for days. So, and NFC. You got NFC as well. So, and then there's your Wi-Fi compatibility as well. So, all good. So you got, like I said, you got one physical SIM and you got eSIM. For those of you that want it with Visible, you're not going to be able to use eSIM with Visible. I'm pretty sure you can use it with, AT&T or whatever else. I popped my Boost SIM in, which is on the AT&T network, just for a little bit, and I was picking up 5G plus. So Boost working good in the G Stylus as well. I just chose to make it my Visible phone because, for me, it was working really good in there. So even though they say it's not compatible, it's working for me, and it will work. I have the G Stylus 2022, which they said the same thing about that it wouldn't work in there as well. Physical SIM was in there, and it was working good. So worth a try if you already have the phone. As always, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Check out the site if you want some good deals. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.